Hi everybody, and welcome to the Dennis Woodruff Show. We're out here in Venice, California today, and we're watching the sun go down. It's a very beautiful time, and I think you'd really like it. I wish you were here right now. And remember, your favorite show on the internet is, what is it, everybody? The Dennis Woodruff Show! Hi everybody, we're down here in Venice, California, and I'm your host, Dennis Woodruff. Let's walk around and ask a few questions and see what happens. It's a really fun area and it's really beautiful. Let's even check out the sunset. What's your name?
My name is Wade Boggs.
And where are you from?
Venice, California.
And what are you doing down here in this beautiful Venice?
Oh, just a long day at work, enjoying a little dinner.
And my question for you, sir, you're on the Dennis Woodruff Show, is what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
That's a great question. Funniest thing that ever happened to me, one time I was with my brothers and my grandpa, we were having a little moment. We were eating and my little brother asked my grandpa, "Hey grandpa, where do humans come from?" And my grandpa struggled to find the answer. He looked like he was going to say something very profound, and he's a very knowledgeable guy, and we were expecting this intellectual answer. He was trying to say it, but he just couldn't quite get it, and he said the word shit. It was funny. He said, you know, we were thinking it was going to be something mind-boggling, and he just said shit.
Can you just say poo-poo?
Could have said poo. Can I say the bad word, or is it not?
No, that's all right.
Oh yeah, and he said shit, and we weren't expecting it from my grandpa, and it's really not funny. I think you had to be there, but it was funny at the moment.
Thank
you. You're welcome. Yeah.
Was that the worst or the best thing that's ever happened to you?
That was the best.
How about the worst thing? What's the worst thing that ever happened to you, sir?
In retrospect, they weren't the worst. I don't mean to get in.
No, what is the worst thing that's ever happened to you? You never had anything bad happen to you?
Everything that was bad actually ended up being great. Ended up being a learning lesson. So I think in the moment you think it's the worst. Traffic, divorce, losing somebody, but then in the end you realize that it's served a purpose and it's actually good.
Yeah, I always believe that no matter what happens, I tell people it's not really as bad as you think it is.
You're right.
Or maybe it really is. Maybe it's worse.
Maybe the worst thing that'll happen
if you're going away for 20 years in prison because you did something wrong, that is really bad.
You did it. You caused it. So
cause and effect.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would say to all criminals out there, don't break the law, because don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right?
If you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Well, thank you very much. You're on the Dennis Woodruff Show.
Right. Have a good night.
Your name, sir?
My name is Jeffrey Barthold.
And you work here at the, is this a hotel?
Venice Beach Suites Hotel, yes.
Beautiful.
Venice, California.
And if people want to stay here, how much does it cost basically for a night?
Rates start at $119.
It really looks like a nice place, and it's right on the boardwalk.
Hey, we've been here almost 100 years.
Really? Well, you're not 100 years old.
I'm close to it. Yeah, I have a
plastic surgery.
Very good plastic surgeon.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you, or a funny thing that's happened to you, if you can't think of the funniest?
A funny thing that's happened to me.
You're on the Dennis Woodruff Show.
That's probably the funniest thing that's ever happened to me.
Really?
No. What happened to me?
The last guy said he was on stage and his fly was down or something. I don't know.
Well, no. If my fly was down, I would make a lot of friends. Probably a lot of enemies, too. I think that was the funniest thing that's ever happened to me.
What?
What I just said.
Okay, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you? I mean, you know, not on the job.
I think that anybody who's been through one of these can relate, and that would be my divorce.
And you still have wounds from that, or have you moved on with your life?
Oh no, I had a really good plastic surgeon for that, and yeah, more than anything, it was wounds to the wallet.
Oh, okay. So it was mostly that she took you for everything.
No,
you
that's
had.
not true. That really has nothing. I never remember the money. I've never been anybody who's been that interested in money. I certainly like to have it. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But no, it's the emotional part of it.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And have you? Is she moved on, or is she screwed up?
Oh, yeah,
or
I
what?
got her. I used to get her dates all the time.
Have you moved on, or you want to get back together with her?
Do I want to what? Get back?
Together with her. Maybe
Oh,
you
no.
could patch it up.
Which one are we talking
Well,
about?
you know the old saying, everybody deserves a second chance.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
What'd she do wrong? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but
She left me on Christmas Eve.
that's
And
pretty
took
bad.
everything we had.
That's sad.
and-
And you really are a nice guy, huh?
Oh yeah. I
If she
am.
was on the other side right now, what would she say was the reason that justified this insane thing that she did, or whatever? I mean, you weren't beating her up, right? Obviously.
Would that be a?
That would be a reason for leaving you, or if you were abusing her, I could see her point. But you don't seem like the type.
No.
But you know, they say the quiet type is always the one that is the freak.
But I'm far from quiet.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I am a freak, but not in that way.
I see.
Yeah, I'm not in a violent way.
Well, if you were going to give her a message right now, and if she was watching, what's her name?
Jennifer.
What would you tell her right now, Jennifer? The last thing that you have to say to her that you never got to say.
Well, I actually,
Talk to Jennifer right now.
I actually still see Jennifer.
Oh, now,
Well, no, not in that respect. Every once in a while, just because I still see the kids. They were step kids, but I still see them. In fact, I'm going next week to Phoenix to see them.
Well, I want to ask you one question about that. Did she do worse when she hooked up with someone else after she left you, or did she do better?
She's on. I was number 4. She's on number 8 now.
No, but I'm saying, is she doing better now since she left you, or is she doing worse? In your
She's
view,
going through her 8th divorce.
really?
I was
So
number
she's not
4.
too.
So I'm guessing that she's not very happy. I don't think Jennifer will ever be happy. But what I would like to say to her
Sure, yeah.
is
Look right in the
thank
camera
you.
and tell her.
Thank you for all the great times we had, and for bringing the kids into my life, and for being my wife for as long as you did, and I've forgiven you for everything. And
Beautiful, man.
and I'll always love you. And you
And
know I'll always love the kids.
and if she came back on her hands and knees, crawling to you, and said, "Right now, you know, I've sowed my oats, and I've tried other guys, and they're not the same as you, and I know I made a lot of mistakes, and I want to make it up to you, and will you just maybe consider giving me another chance?" And she was really sincere, and she wasn't like out of her mind or anything. Do you think maybe tell Jennifer if you might maybe give her another chance, or it's out of the question? Because you look like a guy that would. My philosophy is everybody deserves a second chance.
I would marry you before I'd marry her again.
Well, I'm not gay, but
Would you tell her?
no, I'm not gay, but
I'm not gay either, but my boyfriend is.
I see. Well, that's cool. That's a lifestyle, and it's just that I'm not. But I appreciate. That's a real compliment, you know. Okay, well, thank you. You're on the Dennis Woodrow Show.
Thanks.
And what's the name of that hotel again? Where
We're
we are?
sitting in it right now,
What's the
Venice
name of
Beach
it?
Suites Hotel.
Uh-huh.
The only thing we overlook is the water.
And do you have any honeymoon suites that are available?
Sure.
Really?
And they come with a professional masseuse.
Well, I don't want a masseuse, but how much would that be for the evening?
The oceanfront suites start at $235 during the week, and
Do you get a bottle of champagne with that or something?
I'm sure we could arrange something. Absolutely, sure.
Because I wouldn't want anybody putting their hands on my wife. Okay, have a nice evening.